Hello awesome YouTubers, this is my first video of Need for Speed. I will be doing a review for this. In fact, I've been closer to my review than the actual any gameplay, but I've actually been spending a lot of time attempting to do vinyls, so I'm not the best person, and it's extremely hard with a PS4 remote because you aren't as accurate with a mouse. This is where the PC version, when it comes out, will be king. But for the wraps, it's by far the best Need for Speed ever for the wraps. I'll do another video for the M3 GTR, but I thought I'd do a special before I show you it to my right. I don't recall anyone's done this yet on YouTube, but obviously you can get the Porsche 911 GT3 2015 edition, and I was looking at the body kits and I noticed you could get the GT3 RS body package, which is the exact body package that the Porsche use for like Le Mans, GTE and GT3. So I thought, well, why don't we do a livery, or attempt to do their livery. Now this is a work in progress, so any dodgy marks, I know when I point it out, the text isn't in the right position yet because I had to sort that out, and I can't be bothered just yet because I do it bit by bit because it can be quite stressful doing it with a remote. And I'm missing something on the bumper you can see right now. I'll point it out to you when we get to it. But it's this livery, if any of you guys recognise it. Now, what I'm missing here is on that front bumper it says Sibon. It's actually meant to have a lot more black on there, so I've got to sort that out. And you see what I mean about the text, that's got to be a lot further forward to the front end of the car. In fact, it's got to be right at the front end of that light strip, so that didn't work. I had to recently just change the colour because I realised that the colours of the stripes change as you further go down, and oh boy, I'm gonna have to sort that out so them sponsorship logos are right on that side. But yeah, it's work in progress. Now if you're looking from the sides and stuff, like from pictures, you're probably wondering where I got a source. Best source to use is anything with an above picture. Why? Well, I'll show you. Because it's roughly meant to say Porsche on the top one, intelligent, performance down at the bottom. Obviously, work in progress, like I say again. Some of them aren't that brilliant. But if you just look at a lot of the ones, like the wallpapers and stuff, they're all from the sides, like the back and stuff. And I actually got really confused because the pictures I printed off are two different types of liveries. Well, there's the same livery, but on two different types of Porsches. One's a 911, one's another one. And so the back end's actually not right for the car I've got now, but it kind of is for another one, so I've just left that. Obviously the sponsorships we could not find because obviously they do not have the rights to them. So for Michelin, I just used Hankook because it's the exact similar style. And then for obviously Mobile 1, I just used Sibon. Not really trying to get ones that sound the same, trying to get the ones that look similar. The biggest obvious thing of any Porsche fan I'll notice is obviously the top wrap on the front window is not the Porsche text, and we haven't been able to get it on the spoiler because sadly you can't do vinyls on spoilers. Need for Speed really need to do an update where you can do vinyls on spoilers, because that's quite sad really. And yeah, so apart from that, that's what I've been doing so far. Oh boy, the tyres are completely different. I do like the fact that you can be completely different with your tyres, but it's done my head in. In fact, I'm going to change them now. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. I don't know why the tyres are actually completely different. Oh, it's the rims, plumber neck. What was to do? I wasn't paying attention then. Right, let's just do Speed Hunters regular and do that on the other side. Right, well, now what? The Speed Hunter standards. I don't know why the front tyres list is completely different. It's really annoying. Like, look, why Why are the front tyres completely different? Why? Don't make no sense. Yeah, you can't do that much. Obviously, if we take the body kit off, it won't affect the vinyl, thankfully. Oh no, I have to take it off by messing around with bodywork. Come in. Remove all parts except wheels. So yeah, it looks really, obviously it shifted a bit there. It looks really weird, with like standard Porsche. So obviously get the GT3 body kit back on. But yeah, if you want to have any tips of making this vinyl, obviously, like I said, it's work in progress. The best source I ended up finding was Real Racing, because they have that car. You can go into, even if you don't own it, you can go on the shop, find it, press the camera button and scroll around exactly like this, and you can get a direct top view. I struggled to find a top view on Google Images, which is the problem, but you need the top view, because otherwise you can't do it, because if you're looking from the sides you just cock everything up. Sadly, this would have been a lot easier if there's an option to do a vinyl around the entire car rather than having to do a separate panel at a time, because if that was the case you could just plonk letters down and slightly adjust them and warp them and stuff, except with the P. But you could place the letters down, it would have been so much easier. As you can see, it's not that perfect. The Intelligent's probably the closest to being perfect, but it's not all fully in line yet. And yeah, well, I'll stop blabbing on about what I need to do. I'll probably do a video when it's fully completely done. I've just done quite a lot today, so I don't want to touch it, because all that Porsche Intelligent Performance are all individual ones, and I'm going to have to move them all forward, both on either side, because obviously you can't use mirror effect, so it's very horrible. Anyway, you're probably wondering, why on earth is it slightly biased to drift? Well, I will elaborate on this in my review. Grip is suicidal in Need for Speed. Obviously you've seen me do track racing games. I haven't actually posted one in a while, and I've got a lot better. But every car understeers. Pretty much if you want max grip, it's going to understeer, and it's amazing round. I mean, I had a setup that was brilliant for just high speed. It's got a top speed of 231 at the moment, and it was bombing it. Like, the back end would not come out, but it just could not steer round any slow corner. It was like trying to push a house around a hairpin. It just wouldn't move. And then if you get so obviously you want one where you can turn around quickly, like in races, so you need a fairly drifty or loose car at the rear end, but then it loosens up at high speed. So forgive me when I'm trying this out, because this setup hasn't, I've been messing around with the performance setup, but it hasn't been finalised yet, same as the vinyl. This is all work in progress. And also, yeah, remember, it starts off as black at the front and gets lighter. Sadly you can't do like a fade colour. It'd have been a lot easier. And if any of you noticed, the number plate I made said LMS. Obviously stands for Le Mans spec. Not 62.2 seconds. Obviously you'll know all this if you've already been souping up a Porsche. But the worst part is when you've just come from the vinyl part, like doing vinyls, and you then go onto driving, like, because this is the first time I've been on Need for Speed today, driving around, and I don't know, I always need to just drive around for a bit just to get used to the style again. But the bit I do love now, that you can obviously tune each car and they all drive differently. Like the BM I'll be driving, I've set that up quite nice. But my drift car now, I want to make it more drifty, because it's alright round corners like this, and like the mountainous part, but on the really tight drift tracks it's absolutely, well, it's alright. But when you've got the retarded AI, because AI are for some reason disabled, no offence to anybody there, but they really are when it comes to drift events, because for some reason they speed up and slow down randomly when they don't even need to. It's really weird. Right, anyway, well, this is the like motorway, dual carriageway or whatever, but top speed test is always advisable down here. Right, I'll teleport there. We'll show you a top speed. Should be cool. If you really want me to see the fully finished thing, let me know. I mean, it's not going to be that much different. It's just going to be obviously a lot more neater, straightened up, and obviously that sponsorship at the rear end sorted out and all that lot. So, I mean, if you want to see it sorted out, go ask me, let me know in the comments. I mean, it really isn't going to be that much of a difference. Oh, bum, that's the wrong way. I'm going the way with the tunnel. So, I mean, if you do want to see it finished, let me know. But like I said, it's only going to be minor changes, like straightening or attempting to straighten up some of the vinyls, because it's really hard keeping vinyls straight with the toggle. And obviously a few of the other stuff will be a bit more obvious, which is annoying me, but right, seems to be a lot. I ain't even changed the setup and it seems to be a lot better at high speed. Last time I was doing high speed and the back, it was literally like the rear end was on ice. It was terrifying, like in an event, because it was just slipping with the rear end and you just like right. Oh, let's turn around. And yeah, I probably got the 911 things wrong, but it's not like the M3 GTR, which I'm going to do in another video, because if you weren't lucky enough to buy it, you can actually do all the vinyls yourself if you look at tutorials on YouTube, or just have access to a picture. You can do that with the M3, but you can't with this Porsche. It's all hand done with lines, yes, because it's horrible. But once you pull it off, it's quite satisfying, really. Considering it's kind of a weird livery, but cool. And I've gone for a more power nitrous than duration, slightly more. There you go, hitting our top speed then. But it's not as grippy anymore. Like when I had it set to high speed, maybe you're just gonna have to change the setup each time you do an event, but you don't know whether it's gonna be straight or really tight, so it doesn't really help. So you need to kind of get an overall balanced setup, which is annoying. Like, so at the moment it's kind of medium, but I still feel it's really unstable for the high speed corners, and that's really not fun. But overall it's cool. I mean, I really got into Porsche when I was a kid. I just thought, oh, Porsches all look the same, and yeah, they have a kind of resemblance to each other, but after all, it's a family. I mean, your family all kind of resemble to each other, so I don't have a clue where I got that analogy from. But yeah, that's it. I wasn't doing an event, I was just showing you the Porsche setup. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see the finished piece. After all, this is only a work in progress, but it's pretty much 85% done, we'll put it at that. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.